Okay guys, so I just started this at 0 megabits, okay? Or I guess megabytes. I have what they call 1000 megabits per second internet speed. So I'll show you how fast you can download on average here. For some reason today, I got this new Ethernet cable. My old one that I had, my downloads were about 50 megabytes per second. Well, 55 megabytes per second on Steam. For some reason, this new one isn't quite as fast, but regardless, I mean, I'm still downloading relatively fast, as you can see, but I noticed that this new one, for some reason, my speed isn't. Yeah, I just hit 0. Like, what's that about? You know, this new cable, my speed isn't exactly very consistent. And I'm using an Ethernet cable directly to my computer, directly straight to my modem, or my router, so you know, there shouldn't be any real inconsistencies, but for some reason there is, and I'm not entirely sure why. If anybody knows why that is, please leave a comment and let me know, but as you can see there, it would have taken about 10 minutes, I believe, maybe like 14 for 9 gigs. I mean, that's really not too bad. Especially being that, you know, I before I upgraded my internet, I was getting about 700 kilobytes max. You know, I wasn't even at 1 megabyte download speed, so either way, it's still a great improvement for me. But as you can see now, we're in the 4 megabyte range, which I don't fully understand, but luckily I got it at the start when it was in the mid 20s, so you know, I'm using an Ethernet, so like I said, I have no clue why everything is so, you know, varied in speeds. It should be relatively consistent. But with that being said, I'll talk a little bit about my ping in games. You know, on average, you know, my ping doesn't exactly really change whether I'm streaming, whether I'm recording, whether I'm downloading something. You know, I can download games and still play online and not lag. You know, the speed is fast enough for that. Sorry if there was any noise there. I was brushing off. I was eating a little bit ago and I was wiping the watermarks off my desk, but uh, you know, it's like my ping is averaging anywhere from, like on Rainbow Six, anywhere from 9 is my lowest I've usually got. I think I hit 5 at one point. I could, but you know, yeah, that's rare. It's gonna be around 5. See, and then you're back to 0 again. 72 megabytes it just hit. Now that's pretty exciting because it's never been that high ever, but it just hit 72. So like, I don't understand why. Now it'll drop probably down to like 10. Watch. But as I was saying, you know, so my average ping in game is anywhere from like 9 to 15. And with that being said, you know, that's totally fine. Anything under 50 to me is definitely playable and not really have any lag or anything like that. So, you know, that's always good to know. And, you know, the thing is, though, with 1,000, you're never going to utilize that full 1,000 anywhere you ever connect to because, see, now we're back up to 70. It's just so inconsistent. I don't understand. If anybody knows why, please let me know because, you know, obviously the faster the better. Basically right now it's run through the wall, okay? The Ethernet cable is being run from one floor upstairs down through the wall directly from the router, running through the wall straight down and through another hole in the wall plugged in directly into the back of my computer. So, you know, there's not really any discrepancy there. You know, it's directly into my computer and directly into the router. There's nothing in between. It's just, you know, straight Ethernet cable, straight one to the other. It's a category 8. You know, it can support that speed by far. So there should be no problems with that one. Unless the only thing I can think of is, you know, the fact that it's probably 25-30 feet distance from the wall to my computer, or the router to the computer, through the wall. Because before it was just, you know, the router was directly by my TV. The cable was, you know, maybe, well, there was no real length in between. It was just directly, you know, it was 3-4 feet maybe, you know, now it's 30. So that could probably affect it a little bit. But the fact that I hit 70 on video, that's the highest I've ever hit ever. And then you also saw it hit 0 at some points and even 5 to 10. So I don't really understand why it's so inconsistent. being connected to an Ethernet cable. But with that being said, when you play online, you're never going to utilize that full thousands. So, I mean, because you don't connect to servers close to you. You could connect to like I'm in the US, you could connect anywhere from, to China, to the United States, to, all across the world. So, you're never going to be able to get that full 1000 megabits per second while you're playing online or anything like that. But, I mean, thousands plenty for pretty much anything you do, especially just downloading or whatever it be, as you can tell. We did Dota 2 and the video says I'm only 5 minutes and 40 seconds in, and we got roughly 3 minutes on the download left. So it's like, before on my old internet connection, that wasn't even 1 megabyte per second. This 9 gig download would take me approximately 15 hours. So, the fact that we can do it in 15-20 minutes, I mean, that's insane to me. So, that's always good to know. So, like I said, I don't really lag in game. When it comes to Apex Legends, they just have bad servers. So, and that's the game's fault itself. It's not my internet. So, but as far as lag goes, I don't really have any. So, I do like the internet. It's great. I do think 1,000 is much more than needed, but I mean, they sell it in packages. To get the upload speed I want, the only way to get that was with the 1000 download speed. And the upload speed to me was crucial for live streaming, so that's the main reason that I got the 1000 download. But I'm not complaining by any means, and if you found this video interesting, or you've watched it this far, like and subscribe and check out my other content.